Good afternoon, America. I'm going to try to help you all out here. I don't know if they'll listen to me or not. You know, I'm just a guy, just like everybody else. 5 years ago, I created a self-contained generator, electric generator, and I've been running my house on it. I haven't had a bit of trouble with it. No maintenance, nothing, no cost at all. No oil, no gas, no anything, no cost. And it continues to run non-stop. The whole place is electric heat, electric water heater, the pump from a well, furnaces, everything. Everything's electric. And this thing will run anywhere. You can take it to the top of Mount Everest. You can take it in the middle of the desert. You can take it anywhere. A piece of property that you buy and drive up there, and it's in the back of your truck. You can build the house right off the generator. And it's just phenomenal. I don't know if you would call it perpetual motion or what you would call it, because I'm stepping up from low voltage to enough voltage to run the generator and the motors. Once the generator gets kicked in, then it takes over and runs itself. All the engineers, scientists, everybody like that, I don't understand why they haven't told anybody about it. Nikola Tesla, he did it. He wanted to give it to everybody. They're charging us a fortune for generating fuel. We're digging coal mines. We're using oil. We're using this. We're using that. And we're ruining our planet. I'm mainly making this video for Donald Trump and our government. Yellowstone Park. It's a super volcano. There's so much freaking energy there, you could run the whole country from it. I got a plan of a system that can be built there, and you won't have to mess with the integrity of the park. It'll still be, you know, a nice place. We can use the volcano there to run the turbine to run the country. This stuff that we're using now, we're using gas, stuff like that, oils, all these things break down. They function. Their functions break down. Flue pipes rot. Carbon monoxide leaks into houses. Gas leaks into houses. They're killing people, older folks, stuff like that while they're sleeping. Fires, everything like that. In this system that I'm talking about, that problem will be totally distinguished. It will be gone. No more problems. All the storms that are going on, especially down south, things like that, wiping out power lines and knocking millions of people out of electric all the time, things like that, that's over with, okay, with this system that I got. They can be built portable, they can be built stationary. Yellowstone is a different source than what I'm actually using here, but it's a more economical, more practical, brilliant freaking idea to use that place to produce electric. I need somebody to contact me on this. You know what I mean? We can power this whole country. We can get rid of all the electric lines that the storms are knocking down, things like that, and produce electric and hot water for every household, every building, every property on the planet. And I'm talking about on the planet. I'm not talking about just the United States. We're fighting overseas with those people in the Arab countries and stuff like that over that oil and things. We don't need nothing from there. I don't even know why we're sending our soldiers and our kids over there, you know, but it's been going on forever. And we don't need it. If they would have went along with Tesla before, our country would have never had the wars. Everything would have been said and done. You know what I mean? Let them people do what they do. We got enough assets in this country right here to take care of every human being on this continent. And nobody needs any money. We need labor. You know, money causes people to do without. We're all tradesmen in one way or another. We all do something. And if we work that together for every human being born yesterday and tomorrow, nobody will ever have to do without again. That's food, housing, clothing, cars, trinkets like these computers, everything. You know what I mean? You change the monetary system. Get rid of it. Make sure everybody has what they need: education, homes, schools, safety, everything. And you provide a service. You provide what you're trained for. You should never take a job you don't like. And folks are doing jobs that they don't want to do, and it's causing a mental problem. You know what I mean? They're doing things they don't like. They go home. It's carried back to the house. If things ain't going right at home because they can't afford to do things, then it goes back to the job, and you can't perform your jobs right. Anything like that. You guys got enough money to wipe your ass on $1 million bill, and you're out here trying to tell everybody how to live. You know what I mean? And they're sitting there thinking, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You got money. You got this. You got that. But you got it from those people. Those people are the ones that work for you. So therefore, you place yourself, you're a king, and these people are your subjects, and they make you money, and you're only allowing them to have what you want them to have. And that's not the way it should be. It should be we all are happy to meet each other. We all should be able to stand beside each other and not feel inferior or lesser than or whatever. That's the way it should be. I can build a power system to run this country, and it will not hurt the waters, will not hurt the air, will not hurt the soils. We don't need oil anymore, so we don't need to fool with the desert countries anymore, because they don't have nothing we need. They don't have nothing we need. There's no sense in you sitting there and the government sitting there contemplating on sending soldiers over there to fight ISIS or anybody like that, because they're all stuck in these books and letters of people that are long dead. These people are in the ground. You know what I mean? And their books and letters, when you compare them to any other, they're the same thing. They're a story. They're myth. They're I don't know. You know, half the stuff can't be proven. And God is called compassion for your family, your fellow human beings. We're all family. Every last one of us, we're family. No matter when you come from, we're all family. You can take my part and give it to that Arab and keep him alive. That African over in Africa, that white child here, that Indian, that Mexican, I don't care. You can take my parts, keep them alive. You can take their parts, keep me alive. So therefore, they're the same as me. They're equal to me. They're God's children. And our country's fucked up trying to live on a monetary system, because when you have a monetary system, then you have the haves and the have-nots. Okay? And that's what's unfair, the haves and the have-nots. If you want to make this country great again, then you need to let me do this, or you need to let the secret out. Tesla already said it. He already figured it out, and I figured out what he did, and I know it can be done. And you might be president and this and that, but as far as I'm concerned, you're a man just like I am. If something happens, your empire folds, you don't have no money, can you live? Can you live? Something happens to the world and there's no more. Can you live? Can you take care of your kids, your grandkids, their grandkids, whatever? Is your money going to be any good? People are going to need food. They're not going to need cash, gold, silver, land, nothing like that. They're going to need to know how to survive on this planet, and that's one thing that's been lost. Nobody knows how to survive anymore. We need to get rid of the monetary system. We need to provide electric and power for everyone. We need to provide education for everyone at no cost. They're already paying income tax. That should pay for everything. Somebody buys the property, they pay tax on the monies that they earn to buy the property. They pay their mortgage taxes. They pay their land tax. Once the property's paid off, they should never have to pay anymore. But properties nowadays are sold at auction block because folks can't afford to pay their taxes. Even the Social Security population, retirement, they can't afford to pay their taxes. You sell the properties out from underneath of you, they're homeless. They work their whole lives for what